Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to be explaining the lore in the Valorant universe because a lot of people don't actually understand it. So today, just today, a huge lore cinematic just released, and it helps us a lot know what's actually. It helps us know what's going on in the Valorant universe, and I'm going to explain it to people as simply as I can. Here we go. Oh, sorry, to just also add on, I'm not going to be showing the retake cinematic because it's very basic and shows what we already know.
Phoenix, please tell me you have the package.
I would if somebody was a little less aggressive. Hey, stop! I said stop! Oh, that's how you want to play it. Ah! Ah!
You can.
So to explain what happens in this part of the cinematic as simply as I can, Core, Phoenix, and Mirror Jet are fighting. Core Phoenix is trying to stop Mirror Jet from planting the spike, or the Mirrored world will steal a lot of Radiant from the Core world. In the comms, Core Phoenix is actually talking to Core Sage, which is very cool because you it's very cool. Yeah, that's easily what it is.
Not let her plant.
All right, I'm going in.
What about the hostile?
I wouldn't worry about her.
Are you certain?
100. I got this.
미안해서 어쩌나?
So there we go. Jet shoots. Meter Jet shoots Core Phoenix in the head. And Meter Jet gets the thing. Package. Here we see, because I forgot to point this out, Phoenix ulted right before he went for the package. Here we see him reform where he ulted.
Hey, Control. So, about the package.
To state simply, what happens in the cinematic is Meteor Jet and Core Phoenix have a fight. Meteor Jet wins and causes Ascent, because when she plants a spike, it steals all the radiant and causes kind of a weird explosion that does something weird to the environment around her. So yeah, there we go. That's a full duelist cinematic lore, and here I have duality open, and let's watch it. Let's see what happens.
This just in. Reports of a disaster in Italy.
안녕하십니까. 이탈리아에서 들어온 지각이 폭발해 공중으로 떠오른 사건이 발생했습니다.
Sta galleggiando a 300 metri da terra.
Here we see a bunch of news channels talking about what happened in Ascent. Let's keep going.
may have been involved.
Kingdom, who's
Oh, another huge thing. In the bottom, you can see 10 years after this first light, which is a huge event that caused all the radiant to appear in there in the core world.
Radianite power program accounts for more than 3/4 of the world's energy production, have denied any connection to this disaster.
Anyone with information on the two unidentified radiants spotted at the scene is being asked to come forward.
Here we see Core Killjoy getting shot at by Mirrored Phoenix.
Finally, about time you showed up.
Here we see Core Phoenix and Core Viper jump out of a jet.
Stay close. Weapons ready.
I was born ready.
This way.
Hey, take a look.
It's stealing radionite from the environment. How do we stop it?
I'm on it.
You'll need a radicore to power the heat signal.
I got this.
Phoenix, wait!
Hands up, come on.
Here we go. This is a huge part too. What happens is Core Phoenix looks directly at Mirror Phoenix, and nothing special happens about that, but this is the first time Core Phoenix realizes that he's facing a threat that is much bigger than he thinks.
You should see your face.
Come on. Did you find a power source?
Here.
Let's go, let's go.
Verdammt! Not enough power!
It needs to be superheated.
Keep that head.
And there we go. That's the first time. That's the first section of the lore cinematic. What we see here is Mirrored Phoenix and Mirror Phoenix fights Core Phoenix, Core Killjoy, and Core Viper, and Core Killjoy just finishes defusing the spike. Apparently, the huge thing about this is what happened with the Radianite like box in here. So basically, apparently green Radianite is controlled Radianite, and orange Radianite is like active Radianite, which is why it changed and split. Why the box color changed and split a long time ago. If you ever noticed that, if you played in beta and realized. The next part's much more important though. You'll see in a second.
I honestly didn't expect that to work.
Really? So, maybe give us a heads up next time?
Sign secure. We're coming home.
That the big man. Tell him I need answers this time.
What is your problem? We crushed it!
Phoenix got a look in the mirror.
How come they look like us? And what do they want our radiant at for?
I'll talk to Brimstone. It's time we filled you in.
Yo, we got problems.
We? You're the one that screwed up.
You serious? You had it easy, Jet. You know they're bringing whole teams now, right?
And so will we.
Okay, this is where it gets big. They talk about how now the Valorant protocol, the core Valorant protocol, is gonna bring huge teams, and then Mirrored Viper says, then so will we. That indicates that the mirrored world and the core world will have fights with full-on teams. We also see Mirrored Viper, Mirrored Viper, Yoru, Phoenix, Jet, and Cypher in this like actual thing. And then another thing, I'm gonna quickly go back. We see a person in the back, just a little bit in the back, there. We have no idea who that is. We also see one there and there. What I think is these are portals to different realities or different like characters, or it's just a reflection of the characters in the actual like right here. Yeah, that's it. This shows that the right side is actually the mirrored Earth. The left side is the core Earth. The right side's trying to steal from left side, obviously. That's it. Okay, so there is a Twitter thread I found just before I uploaded this. It's about the Valorant lore and what he like. I mean, sorry, what Sinpro, the owner of the Valorant lore Discord, figured out. So he talks about, since I'm a big fan of lore, I'm gonna try to explain this very simply for people who aren't. Um, Basically, the mirrorverse theory, which is a huge thing, is, as I explained, mirrored, like Phoenix and Core Phoenix are um two different people, but just from different realities. Just like Mirror Jet and Core Jet, Mirrored Viper and Core Viper, they're all just different realities of the same person. Another thing is the first light thing I bring up is an event that happened that gave Radiant Knight to Core Earth. Uh, but one thing that Sinpro says is that it actually might have transferred the Radiant Knight on Mirrored Earth to Core Earth. Mirror Jet was featured at the end, as shown. She was seen in the duelist cinematic, as I said. And then another thing is that one of the core writers for Valorant said that it's not a live die lose situation. They actually can revive each other and stuff. Like Sage can revive people, as her ult shows, and so they can just revive each other and live. Like they don't have to. There's no copies or anything. Yeah, that's the main thing. The last thing is Rage Knight needs to be superheated to be applicable in certain scenarios, like just like the diffusing, spike diffusing. So it also confirms that Spike only removes Radiant from the environment, and it kills Radiant. So that's it. Yeah, that's the basic Valorant lore for that. That's all. That's what we know for now, and there isn't much more unless you look at a lot of voice lines, which I might do. But I'm not sure about that yet. See ya.